Okay, my name is Jeannie Hamer. I teach kindergarten and I have been teaching for 16 years. We did 2 lessons this morning. When they first came in, we did a lesson to review our sounds. We have now completed all of our sounds in kindergarten. So we did a worksheet this morning when they came in where they were able to use multisensory strategies, and they were able to cut out the letters and then match the first sound with the pictures. And so I went over with this with the class first, and we made sure they knew what all the pictures were, so that would not be an issue when they started. So we went through and I said, what is the first picture? And they would say kite, question, sock, jellyfish, foot, pizza, ghost, apple, carrot, and zipper. And then after that, I let them go ahead and do the activity themselves. And then after we did the activity, we went through and checked it together, and I would have them to point to each picture, and I would say, what's the first sound in kite? Check your work. And so they were able to self-check and self-correct if they got any of these wrong. So that was our morning work this morning. The next thing we did was, if we're doing whole group, we go to the carpet so I can get their attention more. And the first thing we always do on the carpet is Heggerty. And the kids love Heggerty. That's really helps them with their phonics. And pulling them down to the carpet, since it's kindergarten, it helps keep their attention better than sitting at the desk. And so I set them at the rug. At the beginning of the school year, I teach them all the carpet rules, and we are very structured. So the first thing we do every morning on the carpet is Heggerty, and they expect it. Also with the Heggerty, we do multi-sensory strategies. For one thing with CVC words, we do first sound, middle sound, last sound, and I have them point to each part of their arm, so that I'll say, what's the first sound? And they'll have to point to it. What's the middle sound? They'll have to point to it. What's the last sound? They'll have to point to it. And then if I say the word, like, tell me the first sound in cat, everybody says k. Tell me the middle sound in cat, everybody says ah. Tell me the end sound in cat, everybody says t. So they're able to say it, they're able to feel, use multi-sensory strategies, and that helps embed it in their brain better. They learn it a lot better than just verbally saying it, because they're using different strategies to learn it. I would say my favorite strategy would be either, we do 2 things with our reading programs. One is pointing to the arm, which I feel like really helps them learn their first sound, middle sound, last sound, because sometimes I'll ask the kids, I'll say, tell me the first sound in cat, and they won't be able to tell me, but then I'll point to my arm and I'll say, tell me all the sounds in cat, and they'll say k, at, and then I'll go back and say, okay, now point to your shoulder, tell me the first sound. And they're able to do it with being able to point to their shoulder and their elbow and their wrist. Another thing we do with our sounds is I'll say fist up, and I'll say, tell me all the sounds in bat, and they'll say b, at. So I like that also. We do that a lot, and I just feel like it helps them to learn the sounds, the first sound, the middle sound, and the last sound. Some of the benefits that I find with the literacy in the classroom, doing the Heggerty in the classroom helps them to become phonemic awareness. It helps them to learn all the sounds. It helps them to learn that the letter names, the letter sounds, they make words, and doing it every day structured with me in whole group, because I model it first. I model it, then we do it together, then sometimes they do it independently. And that structured environment of knowing what to do every day, doing it together in whole group, helps them to learn sounds and words. And I would say some challenges that I face is just the kids being on different levels. If I have one kid that's higher and they're able to do that, then, and I have one kid lower, I have to be able to reach all of my kids. And so I've just got to I need to find time to make sure that high level kid is growing and then that lower level kid is also growing.